just a 1-minute video. So thank you so much for enjoying the soundless video. So, sometimes the pictures itself, is worth 1,000 words.
Yes.
So see, we all are like so gentle and very adaptive. We are proactive. We know how to deal with certain situations, and we are learning. Okay, so may I have the honor to invite? We call him the education guy, our favorite Habib Bhai, to present his to present his keynote for today's session. Please welcome Mr. Habib Bhai.
Welcome all of you, particularly our country director. I'm surprised to see him here. I thought that I will take it casually, I will talk and learn, but now I'm a bit serious because our country director is here. So, I'm inspired now that you are all here because what we are organizing for all of us, not only for me or for those who helped me a lot in preparing this. The PowerPoint that here is maybe someone put it together, but it's the output of many of us. So, of you, I should mention one of them rightly. Mustafa is here, and where is Yasin? Is he here? And Yasin? Let's hands together these two. Okay. So Mustafa actually helped me a lot in conceptualizing these things, and as Talat mentioned that we have got this kind of things from our PLG, where we thought that we need to do something, how we can develop our own system of culture of learning, but now we have something, but it's the kind of starting of something, it's not end. It's your responsibility to improve this and make it a very systematic presentation, because culture of learning, it needs continuous cultivation, continuous nourishment. Without that, we cannot go further. Learning is part of our culture. And if I say learning is a culture, I think I shouldn't mistake, because it is. Learning is culture. Because the way we learn means we are learning from myself, we are learning from family, we are learning from you, and even from others. So we will see that what is there. It's the beginning, I say. Don't take it granted that it's the end of anything. So, what I was saying, we were debating the way Mustafa helped me in what would be the appropriate title. So we had a debate, and then finally we come to this, the cultivating with nourishment. We need a continuous nourishment. Without that, culture may not improve, may not develop, may not take its real shape. And then, you will see some of the technical things. I'm not actually very good in that. Our good friend, Yasin, who helped me a lot in we are going to the main part of the presentation is to learn and share how we can improve and nurture the learning contents, process, and environment as a lifelong learner. We all here, we are learners for all time. So in that way, the learning culture is that will make us to develop us as a lifelong learner. So being a part of that. The cultivate, learning, and culture, the three key words is cultivate, which we know. Learning is a key to all of us. Without learning, we cannot go even a step. So each and every moment we are learning and we are improving ourselves. So, and culture, what I stated earlier, so we need not to go through this. And scope of culture of learning. It starts from an individual, and then it flourishes and develop individual within the family. Then gradually you see the community, the religious center, the educational institution, the organizations, as you see where we are sitting, and then the global way of learning. So there are a whole gamut of the learning culture. The scope is very wide. But today we will try to concentrate our discussions on this, which is our hardcore part of our today's discussion. Thanks. So, in Bangladesh, the Bangladesh is now the area which is a part of the British India and is a part of the Greater India. If we can divide this as a historical period, it's in the ancient India divided into 5 periods up to before beginning of the British era. So what were the learning approaches in ancient India? In the Vedic period, in the Quranic period, Brahmin period, Buddhist period, and the pre-British, that means Mughal period. So these are the 5 things. In the Vedic era, it is in Bangladesh, a Vedic Jew. In that period, we started learning. It was a self-study was the main focus. So gradually, people try to understand personally and they start sharing with the people. So sharing is another part of learning. So one center then gradually shared with one people, then the circles is bigger. Then it starts a guru-centric institution. That was the beginning of the learning. And in the Quranic period, the two epic poems, which is, what are the 2 epics? Mahabharata and the Ramayana, which actually written in the Quranic era. So in that period, it starts a kind of more organized way of learning. So what is that? So it started a kind of a religious center-based study or learning. So, and the main theme of the learning was the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Everything was centering to that. So everybody, new writers are coming up, new poets are coming up, who start writing. But they cannot go beyond the Ramayana and Mahabharata. So it's a learning was there. Then when it was again religious, it's controlling our whole gamut of thinking process. So next, the Brahman period, it gave us a big space of other educational process. What are those? So Brahmin period, that started to come up with a kind of a was called it was called we are aware that at this period Yuan Shang was here, the great Chinese traveler who was here. From his writing we try to understand that at that time actually there was a Bangla, it was not really Bangla, but 47 words makes the whole alphabet, and that was practiced in the people. People actually start writing on that, and the alphabets were very popular at that time. So there you will find some of this structure, but there was a structure like that. Guru was sitting in the center. There was a 4, 5 students. Here was one student. There was one group of students. There was one group of students. All of the groups was they called captain. You understand captain? Captain were the kind of leader of the center. It was a multi-grade teaching approach. So that started in the Brahmin period. And going back to the Buddhist period, it's a great time for education expansion. Actually, the Buddhist monk was the center, again religious is there, but apart from that, the Persian schools were started. You know that at that time, not Persian actually, the French people came here and started their colonies, business here during this period. So they have started few schools there. And after that, in the Mughal period, but in the same again, in the Buddhist period, you will find the Muslims have started to come and settle down in some of the areas. And they have started with Maktoum. So again, the Buddhist period is the period where you will find different religious education plus some secular schools. Was open. But before that, education was concentrated to a group of people who were